This is the most in-depth movement guide that you will find on Call of Duty Mobile Battle Royale for 2023. To start off, we're going to start with the 1,000 meter glide. Now basically, most of you guys already know this, but if you are dropping from the dropship, instead of going straight forward when you drop, go at a 45-degree angle either to the left or to the right, and you will see that you glide so much further than if you were to just glide normal. I tried to do a rough estimate on how far you go. I know other people probably have as well, but I found that you roughly go about 1,000 meters with this, and yeah, so it is just a neat little trick to have in the back of your mind whenever you are starting a game of Battle Royale. This next movement here is the unlimited fly. It is a glitch, but it also is a movement, so I'm throwing it in this video. This does still work in Season 1 2023, however, they did make it a little bit harder. It was way easier before this update, but now it seems like it's really tricky to hit. I had someone that was going back and forth with me on my video on it saying that it's fixed, but it isn't. It's just harder to hit now. But it does still work the same exact way. If you spam the jump button with both your index finger and your thumb, or just whatever two fingers you want, you will see that you start going really high up in the air. To actually lock this into place, you need to have a vehicle hit you, and whenever the vehicle hits you, you see that you go as high as you want and you will stay up there. Other than that though, this is just a visual glitch. You can use this, but after a certain height, like I said, it just does become a visual glitch, so for the most part, I'm just going to say it is a visual bug, but you can, again, use this in certain instances to get higher than you ever normally were supposed to with the pumped class as it was intended. This next movement here basically only works going downhill, but it definitely works on every single hill. Now when you're going down the hill and you slide, you will see that you basically slide however long the hill is. You do move faster, and it's just a good way to kind of be more efficient on getting places faster, and also if someone's shooting at you, you can slide straight down the hill and basically just slide away. Also, whenever you are sliding, you can swipe your screen the complete different way, and what will happen is you will still slide, but you will kind of do a bit of a slide misdirection, and this is a good way to confuse your enemies. This is a perfect movement in any sort of gun battle. Basically just slide swipe your screen one way or the other, and you will misdirect the slide. Basically kind of do a backward slide or a side slide in some instances. Smaller movement, but definitely good to know in gun battle. Also with side sliding and back sliding, you can also do this by sliding right up against an object right before you hit it. What will happen is it will push you back, or if you hold your joystick to the left or right, it will push you to the side, and you can kind of use this as a slide misdirection as well and confuse your enemies. Along with Battle Royale, this also does work in the multiplayer and zombies mode as well, which is pretty interesting because this did start out as a BR movement a long time ago, but it worked its way over to multiplayer. But again, like I said, this is a core BR movement, and it definitely is a very useful one that I know a lot of pros like to use when they're playing this mode. Now this is a trick that you might have seen, but you might have trouble actually fully hitting this. This is the side glide, and this is how to basically use your gliders really fast. When you're about to jump off of a height and you are about to open the gliders, you're going to turn your screen either to the right a little bit or to the left, and then take your joystick, and if you swipe to the right, you're going to take your joystick and hold it at a 45-degree angle to the left, and if you swipe your screen to the left, you're going to hold your joystick at a 45-degree angle to the right. And if you do it correctly, you will see that you kind of just fly really far over, and it's a good way to kind of get away from enemies. I use this all the time. Once I figured out how to fully hit this consistently, it is the #1 way how I use to get away from enemies inside of this game right now, and it definitely is a top tier movement inside of this Battle Royale mode. Now if you're riding the snowboard and you see a river like this, like on Blackout, and you oftentimes will have to swim across it, and it will be a bit of a pain in the butt to kind of just swim all the way across, but if you have a snowboard and you are at a river, and you kind of just ride the hill that the river is on and then jump off at the last second, you will see that sometimes you will be able to get either over halfway across the river or completely over the river entirely, and it's a good way to cut time on swimming across it and or trying to get to the boat, stuff like that. You can get completely across the river without even having to worry about it, just by doing a quick little jump on the snowboard. Also, if you have the snowboard, there is a completely new movement technique that I kind of discovered about a month ago. And basically, if you get on the snowboard and then hop off of it really fast, and then you press the crouch button and hold forward on your joystick, you will see that you kind of do a bit of a hop step, or sometimes you will just kind of slide across the map. And you do actually move a little bit faster than normal, so this is a bit of a useful movement technique if you're just trying to get across the map, but also in gun battle this is definitely a bit of a useful trick if you're trying to get away from your enemies or if you're just trying to confuse them a little bit. The downfall is that you are pulling out the snowboard and all that, and it kind of does take away from shooting at them, but if you're trying to outmaneuver your enemies and just kind of mess with them, this is a good movement to know. And also, like I said, it definitely does get you across the map faster than if you were just to run like normal, or even if you were to try and just use the snowboard like normal, I believe. Now if you have the pumped class and you are at any sort of body of water, it doesn't really matter what kind, it just matters that you have the swimming animation and you go right up to the water and basically walk into the water, but also use your pumped at the same exact time. You will see that you have a little bit extra on the pumped bar and you kind of just fly a little bit higher than normal. This is kind of like the flying glitch because sometimes it will teleport you back down if you go too high, but this is also like the snowboard trick for if you're trying to get across the water a little bit more without having to waste time swimming. You can use this trick and get a little bit further if you don't have a snowboard on you, because I know they're kind of a pain to find. Also, with the pumped class, if you come to any zipline and you pumped right as you are about to exit the zipline, you'll see that you also get an extension on the pumped bar. Now in the spot at Black Market, it's actually really cool because if you use pumped at the very top of this zipline, you will see that you shoot really high up above Black Market, and it's just kind of a really cool movement, and it's also a neat movement if you're trying to use this to get away from enemies again. I know a lot of these are for getaways, but I play solos a lot and I play against a bunch of squads, and a lot of the time I'm having to get away from them. But yeah, this is a very useful movement inside of the game. That's actually the last one that I have for this video. If you guys are new, make sure to drop a like on this video, subscribe to the channel, because both of those things do help me out a ton. If there is a movement that I missed in this video, please let me know about it in the comment section below. I might do a part 2 for this, but yeah, that's really all I have for this one. I'll see you guys in the next one. Have a good rest of the day. Peace.